Alright guys, welcome to part 4 of the Project SPR. What we're going to be doing in this part is we're going to be installing the Troy Alpha Rail. Now I've gone ahead already and installed the rails how I like them, and I've already gone through and put on the screw sets that hold the rail in place. So what we're going to go ahead and do is just show you how to do it. It's super simple, guys. Anybody can do this really. What we've got to do is we've got to line up the rail with the teeth of the barrel nut. So what we're going to do is just slide it right through the top here, and you want to make sure that this little catch right here is on this side of the receiver when you first slip it on, so that you can rotate it counterclockwise when you get there. Match it up, slide it on, rotate it into place. Alright, so what I'm going to use to make sure that the receiver and the alpha rail is lined up, you can see that they're loose right now. That's going to firm up as soon as I tighten these retention screws. But in order to keep that lined up, we're going to go ahead and install this upper sight right on top of the rail, just like that, and cinch it down so that the receiver and the rail are lined up perfectly. Okay? Awesome. Just like that. So now, as you can see, the rail and the receiver are lined up perfectly there. Okay? So now we're going to go ahead and tension it down. So it comes with an Allen head. So we're going to go ahead and turn it till we feel it engage here. Okay? There's that one. We're going to turn this one until we feel it engage. Good. And turn the one on the bottom here, just until we feel it engaged. Now I've gone through and Loctited these already. I degreased them because they did come with a protective covering of grease. I'm going to tension it down a little bit on that side now. We're just going to rotate it around just to make sure that we get it properly lined up. Just tension it a little bit as we go. And I went through and degreased the screws and Loctited each one to help prevent. That one's super tight. That one's super tight. And that one's super tight. One more pass just to make sure that they're all snugged up. I'm not applying a ton of force. Just making sure that they are all tensioned equally. There we go. That should do it. We're going to go ahead and remove the Picatinny apparatus here, which is just a rear sight off of Rock River. Now we have a rail that is perfectly lined up, nice and firmed in place. And there it is, guys. That's the installation procedure of the Troy Alpha Rail. Super easy, isn't it? I mean, it really is easy. And now we have essentially a monolithic upper for the Project SPR. So now we're going to go ahead and reinstall the flash suppressor on the front of the gun, on the front of the upper, and then we're going to go ahead and install the Troy battle sights. The reinstallation of the flash suppressor is like super easy, guys. Straightforward. You just screw it back on, tense it back down. The crush washer that's on it will keep it under tension. Just needs to be pretty much tightened right back up. And voila. Flash suppressor is back on. That's probably going to be replaced later on with something different. Probably a Phantom 5C2 flash suppressor, just because I've had personal experience with those and they freaking work fantastic. So let's go ahead and put the sights on now. So what's kind of nice about these, this is kind of interesting. It has the dioptic rear, which is the triangle shaped rear aperture, as you can see right there. I wanted to give it a shot. I think it's going to be kind of cool. It has the flip up, and that's the 300 to 600 meter. Alright, so let's go ahead and install these. And we're gonna mount this rear sight as far back as we possibly can. The reason why is we want to maintain as long a sight picture, the sight radius as we can, and so we want to mount it as far back as possible. The other thing that this does is it aids in when we go to mount an optic scope, that it'll be less intrusive on the scope. There it is. There is the sights all installed, ready to go. Alright guys, there is the Project SPR complete up to this point. There's going to be a lot more upgrades and a lot more modifications done to the rifle here in the future, so stay tuned for that. But again guys, if you have any comments or suggestions, leave them down below. If you'd like to see something put on the gun, please let me know. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting on some optics on it, and we're going to be doing some long-range education videos off of this rifle here, because this is a little bit cheaper to shoot long-range, and so it'll be kind of fun to do a little long-range demonstration video series with it. So anyway guys, stay tuned for the continuing upgrades and modifications to the rifle. Don't forget to rate the video, share it with your friends. It does help the videos out, and it does help our channel grow, and I really appreciate it. And as always guys, thanks very, very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. See ya. What we're going to be doing in this video is we're going to be installing the new low-profile gas block as well as the gas tube. And we're going to show you how that's done. We're also going to be doing some rebluing on some of this exposed part of the barrel. So, but first things first, let's go ahead and install the gas tube and the new gas block. Alright, the first thing we got to do is we've got to reinsert and repin our gas tube back into the new block. So what we do first